click that. Oh wait, no, I don't have a webcam, so I'll click straight into that. I'll just turn that down because it's actually blaring in my ear. Hello and welcome to the stream. I am Madcat, even though you can't see me, because it's mid-digital art stream, so I don't have a webcam set up on this. It is Wednesday. I am feeling like shit, but fuck it, we're going to draw. Well, hopefully that might help. It's nothing human malware related, it's more just brain not working. Brain is having a bad day. It's decided it wants a very grey day. It wants to think very bad thoughts. So I've been struggling through all of today with just very shitty thoughts all day. So I'm hoping this will help. You know, a bit of art therapy. You know, we'll see. You know, to the point where it decides it wants to start crapping up on me, and then I'm probably just going to lose the will to live altogether. But ho hum, we can only see. Where's my art glove? I put it down some. Oh, there it is. Aha! Well prepared as always, Madcat. Well prepared. So yes, as I said, there's no webcam on this because I got my setup done so that I'm staring down at the screen. And if I have my webcam on, well, you're going to be staring at the top of my head, so unless I draw a face on there, it's not really going to be that much. I would set the webcam up looking up at me, but then if I need the lights on, that's just going to cause issues. So for now, just Lawyer is going to be my little avatar. Good evening, Jay. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for popping by. So what I want to try and do is load this up. So this is what I've been working on. Had a minor event Tuesday. It crashed on me and I lost a lot of this. So I was a bit peeved. Not Tuesday, Monday. Get my fucking days right. So yesterday I spent an age trying to recolor everything, so it was just plain colours for the characters. So I'm going to try and shade this in. Annoyingly, I don't know how to or why it's not capturing what I need it to capture, but you can't see the layers setting. I think I need to change it onto a different capture setting, but what I've done is each character has their own layer, so it should make shading easier. What I should have done is have each character completely separate from the image, so that if I wanted I could move, say, Enterprise and something, but I didn't do that. That would have been too smart. One thing I did notice on review was I needed to... is my cursor showing? Yes. So I need to do Enterprise's hair here, and I also need to just refill. I put it in and got rid of it, but refill Yorktown's jacket there because it just doesn't look right with that cut off there. So there'll be what I'll start with, and then I can worry about trying to do some shading. Colours were picked from the actual official sprites. I went onto the Azure Line wiki, got the sprites, so the colours should be accurate to the character, although Enterprise's skin is not the same as her main sprite because I put that on and it looked like she had jaundice, so I kind of picked a skin tone that fits better, and I've just seen that jacket needs a bit of editing there. I missed that, so let me hop in. Jacket there. Where is it? So I am on my Wacom or Wacom. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it, to be honest. I'm on my new tablet. It's still not the setup that I want, just because I don't have my main monitor running, because I've only got one HDMI port, because for some reason a fancy graphic card only has one HDMI port but loads of display ports, and I'm like, but nothing uses display ports. But yeah, I've been enjoying using this. I have noticed, I don't know whether it's an error with the software or just this particular unit, because it was a refurb, but this pop-up that I get here, sometimes the edges of the boxes will still show in the program, and I don't know if that's showing up at all on there, because it could just be a program issue right now. See if I can... Right, okay, so is that showing up? I don't see it on stream, but just to the left of my cursor is a couple of lines there and there. If I do that, it gets rid of them. And it's like ghost lines of the pop-up box. And that's the only thing I've noticed with this, so I'm wondering if that's the reason it was refurbed. But to be honest, for the price I paid for this, I'm not too worried with that. That's just a minor inconvenience, and you know, I can live with it. I can deal with that. It doesn't bother me too much, and it doesn't show up when I'm on light coloured thing. It's only in like dark areas, and it's not all the time, because it's only briefly showing. I'm sort of circling it there. But if I do that, it gets rid of it. If I actually go over it, it like erases it, like it refreshes the screen behind. So yeah, that's the only thing I've noticed with this. Apart from that, I found the graphics tablet to just be such a joy to use. Just being able to see, oh, that's above the jacket, I have to be careful. But being able to see what I'm doing, it's just really natural colouring like this. And I struggle to think how I used to do it the other way. So yes, let's try and erase that there. I might at some point in the future look to get, because you can get different styluses, different pens. I might see if there's one which has more functions on the pen rather than this one which has got the nib and a button. Because the other tablet had a pen with an eraser on the back, 2 buttons on the side, and then the nib. It was just nice to be able to assign more to the pen. Just want to erase that out. Oh wait, no, I want to keep the other colours. Bring that to that, and you can't see the colours. Fuck. There's a lot of things I've just realised that you guys don't see what I'm actually doing, which is a pain in the backside. So it's stuff like bringing up the colour wheel. You can't see. You're not necessarily going to see what tools I've selected, so you don't know what necessarily I'm doing. So I'm going to have to look into that for future streams, just to give more of an in-depth look of what's going on. If I'm going to be doing more digital art, it'd be useful for you guys to see what I'm doing. So what I'm doing now quickly, whilst I've noticed, is Akagi-chan's hair is going over the line in a couple of places where I'd missed getting rid of it, so I'm just checking anywhere it might still be doing that. Alright, and then going to the line art layer because there's that gap there. Just want to fill it in a bit so it looks a bit more natural, and then we can this, because I'm sort of sat here with one arm stretched out to one side, so I can press Control Z whenever I cock up, which is quite often. So that'd be something I'd kind of appreciate having it on a pen, but I also like having the rotate function on this pen, so that takes precedence for me. And I have to remember, I can zoom in. I don't need to do the, human zoom. I can bring the tablet closer to my face. Bring the object closer to your face. And I still can't get Jazz FM. Right. Yeah, so that'll do for the hair-ish. Yeah, I'll be alright. So what I'm going to do is I plan to fade that one out like I did for Yorktown, but I just need to bring that back on here because I don't like what I did. So let's up the brush size and change the colour, and then just go far back with it, because I can always erase what I don't need. Alright, okay, let's go to the eraser. Let's give me bigger brush size, so her body's going to be, let's say, about there. Yeah, that'll do. And then swap to the other eraser that I have set up. And just do that to blend that in. And then head over to the Enterprise layer and do the same here. So jackets, fade out, shirt, fade out, hair, fade out. There we go. I'm probably going to end up fading the bottom of a Akagi-chan here. In fact, I might actually do that now. So skin, hit fade out, jacket. Not as much of jacket for. Oh, what the hell's going on there? Oh, right, okay. Let's zoom in a bit more there. So it's been more aggressive on that one. Oops. So let's bring that back. And then drop that brush size. Oh, didn't want to hit that button. So if I do that, then go to the skin layer and just get rid of that. There we go, that's better. And then go back to the other eraser, and then I can get where I went over the line. Oh wait, no. Go to jacket. Then I can go over that and over that. There we are. Oh, it looks a bit crappy there. Now do. Good evening, Nia. Thank you for popping in. Welcome to the stream. Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much for that. I said it's not turning out too bad. I'll just save. Yeah, it doesn't come up with a save dialogue either, so I'll let you know when I'm doing that. So yeah, I've found I need to set up OBS to capture differently because you can't see any of the tablet, the tools and colour swatches and stuff like that. So I've got to try and remember to get that set up if I'm going to do more digital streaming. But for now, it's close enough. You'll sort of see it magically progress. So I'll try and talk when I'm changing tools and such, so it makes a bit of sense. Right, so what I will now look to do is start trying to shade them in. So I figure it makes sense to work from the back going forwards. So in order to do that, let's first of all clear the gradient I've got on top of her head, just so I can see things better. And we are then going to hide Grim, Akagi-chan, Enterprise, Yorktown. So that leaves us with this. So as you can see, I've been very sloppy here because that's covered up. Don't need to worry about that. One of the advantages to digital art is you can get away with being a bit sloppy with your colouring. So now I've got all that cleared, I can now concentrate on giving this some shading. What I will do is start with the skin colour. Actually helps if I select the layer. So, because you can't see, annoyingly, the layer selection, on this I have the skin as its own, I have the eye whites as their own layer, they would eye inner and eye main because you've got the actual inner part, the iris, and then the pupil, and there is a name for the dark ring on the outside. I can't remember what it is, but I've left them on the same layer. The eyelashes I've kept as a separate layer because I'm not sure if I want to colour them differently to black. Then you've got the hair and eyebrows, and then the red bands. So they're all separate layers. So what I like to do is I like to pick the colour. I'll open up the colour thingamajiggy, colour picker. I use correct technical terms here, and then I'll sort of go diagonally down and to the right to pick a darker shade of that particular colour. Again, it's kind of hard to sort of show on stream because I haven't got the cam set up right. Can I sort that out midstream? I might be able to. Almost mental possible. Let me. It's probably going to look weird for a second. I'm just having a look. So it's window capture. Let's double click that. So it's capturing the window. Capture the area, yes. Display capture, let's try that one. Let's go for something different. Display capture, display capture. Ooh, it might be showing some funky stuff. Display 2. Aha! Is that? Oh, that's displaying big. Big. Let's just. Right, so let me turn that off because you don't need to see that. Let's put that one boop, there. And then just try and get it so you don't have the irritating bar at the bottom. I don't think you need the irritating taskbar. Okay, you got taskbar, but you now should see everything that I'm seeing. Right. Okay, we shall try that. Let me just close that one down because it's going to just cause issues otherwise. Yes, do what I tell you to do, damn you. Right. Okay, so, oops, a little bit off the edge on there. Close enough for government work. Right, okay. Oh, click the button. So, yeah. Hey, okay. So let's do that one again. So, color picker. Select the skin color, and then sort of go down and pick a color like that. And I use that as a starting point. Then I will create a new layer and click that button to essentially lock this layer to only paint on top of that one. So wherever this skin layer is, that will paint. If I go over the skin lines, it doesn't paint it. So as an example, if I just quickly hide the hair, let's make that one a horrific bright green, and I go green, so la 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 la, but then everywhere off there it doesn't do, and it will only go where the skin is. So it's very useful for painting on top of layers that you know that you want shaded and things like that, because you can lock the shading to that particular layer and it's not going to go over. Let's go back to the darker one, and then what I'll do is I'll pick these. Let's see. Actually, no, I won't go up there because I'm trying to fight for as much real estate for the screen as I can. Let's try watercolor 2 and see what I get with that. Let's make it big because I want to just test it out. Alright, okay, so it's fairly darkish, it's alright. Let's bring. Yeah, so I'm going to go for a soft kind of shading. And I'll start. Onto the eyes. Give her nose a little bit. This is like one of the easier ones because there's not much definition to her in the first place, it's just her eyes. And I'm just trying to shade around, and I'm going to give her the characteristic sort of like death glow with this shadow a lot of the face. But I just want to give her the normal shadows I give to a character like this for now. Let's bring the brush size down because I want to just try and. Oh no, this is as hard as it's going to make it. Okay, no worries. So if I need to add more to it, do a new layer, again, lock it down, and yeah, it's not going to paint on top, but what I can do is select, actually if I do the, will it let me pick it? No it won't. Curse you. Let's pick that, do that, drop it down darker, go back to that. No, pigeons are going to fight out back. Apologies if you hear a lot of noise, it's just the local pigeons beating each other up. Right, so do that a second. I will then take that, go for a slightly darker one again. Give me a nice big brush, because I aim to go over it now. Is that going to be too much? It could very well be, but it's going to be hidden. Ah yes, as I thought. I'm just checking some of the overlays, see if they might make it look better, but I don't think they will. No worries, so let's try and drop it down a bit. Oh, I forget it does this really weird thing on my tablet. Right, so I'll keep that there, we'll see how it looks later on. So, eye whites, again, do that. This is kind of easy. But the only exception to the rule is with, if you're going darker for white, you just go straight down. Because obviously if you go to the right, you start getting funky colours. And obviously I don't need it that big a brush. But I want it so it's... And this is where the locking it to the lower layer helps, because otherwise this would be painting over the skin. Let's go a bit darker on that layer. Now I didn't do a separate layer for this darker one, but I kind of know what I needed with that one, so I'm happy enough just to stick with that. Right. Again, lock it to that, and then that is that part of the eye. Now I've copied it twice because I want to do two things. I also want to do a lighter colour. I'm just trying to decide which way do I want to take this. I'll go up to there. So this is going to be, because I'm doing two, I'll name it the dark one, or the DK. Oh, and then, then paint with a light colour, because that makes perfect sense in that case. And then swap to that, new layer, lock down. Just trying to provide a little bit of definition to the eyes. I think I want to go a bit darker, so I'm gonna take this one real dark. Oh wait, oh yeah, no. Right, well, it's just not as dark as I wanted it to be. Let's take it over black. If in doubt, go black. This is just to highlight the edges a bit. Let's go around there, blend it in. And what I will do is I'll put a final layer in for at the highlight and the white gleam that I like to have in. Because I want her to be more menacing than anything, it's going to be a very small one. What I do with that is I'll put it above the line art layer. So that if I need to paint it in, for example, I'll do that. If I wanted it to go over like that, the line art doesn't cover it. Yes, Saber, you are entering chat like a normal person. If by normal you mean your normal self, absolutely. You're into chat like normal. Hello, Saber. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for popping by. I mean, I technically could have done this on the layer inside the eye, but I like the idea of having all the... Oops. Oh, that looks kind of wrong. All the eye highlights on one layer. And let's try and just blend that in a bit more. Right, so that's that, and then... One thing I do like about this is it keeps track on how many layers you've used, so I'm currently on to 65. Although, I will admit that it keeps count even after you've deleted a layer, so it's probably about 60, because I've probably deleted a few layers. You create a layer and delete it, it still carries on counting after that. Sorry, had to take some brain fuel. Right, so... I'm not sure if I just want to do these in a solid colour or not, actually. I just say stuff it and take them all the way to the dark, and I've just realised that that actually has. Pick the right layer, a little bit over, and a bit over there, so I can delete that. Oops, too much. Yeah, so I might actually just, instead of doing it as the brain, come on, work. The watercolour that I've been using, or the watercolour brush, if I do it as a solid brush, I can potentially delete this line of the line art and then blend it in. The other thing I could look to do is if I actually go watercolour and keep to the same layer, but oh wait, no, wrong side, darken that. Would that work? No. I'd have to do it on the layer below. Yes, I would. Right. Okay. So, just in case I want to come back to that line art, let me duplicate that layer, then hide it. If you're ever in doubt about anything you're adjusting on your art, always duplicate where possible. Because if you cock it up, you can just go, whoopsie, delete the layer and come back. And take it from someone who cocks up work quite a bit, it's a useful thing to do. In fact, whilst I'm doing this, I'm probably just going to say, look at that, clear that off, and then I can go back down to here, so you've got the main. Oh no, because you're only going to paint on top of that. Right. Okay, new idea. I can get to the mouse because I just realised I can do it straight from there. Duplicate that layer, hide that one, hide that one, and then with this layer, we're just going to say, right, so this button here, which I just realised is covered by the chat box. GG, Madcat, GG. 1 second, can I just move that away briefly? So this button here will lock the, I think it's the alpha on the current layer, and what that will let me do, oh, hang on, I just realised that my mouse cursor was on the wrong screen. Let's put you, I don't know the best place to put my chat box now. Oh. Put it over there? No. No, come back. Stay there. Well, you can sit up there. Right, so this way at least you can see the layers, because over on this side I've only got the tool, so I just got to try and remember to try and keep things more on that side. Right, anyway, so yeah, if I click this button, it locks alpha, so I can colour, and it's like the locking of the layers, it only does that particular layer, but it's acting on the layer here. So it means, hang on, let's click the solid brush because it's easier to do it this way. I can go like that, colour over that eye, go to this eye, just do the same here, and I'll delete those lines in a moment. Go to this eye, and then I can turn that off, go to my airbrush, and then start blending this in. Alright, so it might be a bit too thick on that line there, so if I go to my other eraser, drop the size down. Ah, of course I've got the line art there, haven't I? It's that line art. Go back to that eraser. Let's make it a bit bigger to make this easier. Right, so you can see how messy it was behind that line. And then if I go back to that, swap back to that eraser. I can just put a bit of a, it's almost like painting the airbrush but in reverse on here. And you can see there's areas where I've not coloured the white in the background. Not a problem. I pick that layer. Let's go back, let's just hit, I can't remember what colour white I use, let's go for that, because it's not going to matter too much, and then I go, and any of this shading that I've done on this layer is automatically updated because I've painted underneath, so it adds, I don't know why I'm showing you with my hands, you can't see my hands, it adds the shading that I've done onto the layer, because it still knows where all that shading is, even though it doesn't display it. So when I add paint underneath it, so for example, if I go whoop, you can see it's kept the shading there, even though you can't see it unless that's there. I've just realised it actually has, oh actually no, I need the other brush, it's going to be better. Just a little bit showing down there, just clear that off. It's probably not going to be visible when because I'm going to end up shrinking this down anyway. So I'm just going to go over these lines, turn them from less of a harsh, solid line into more of a soft, smoother line. Right. Right, so that's the eye done on that side. I'm going to go to this side and repeat the process. So Oop. Why have you suddenly got... Oh, yeah. That's fine. I see what that is. Can deal with that in a moment. So all that was the... I think it was the inner eye was showing underneath. So I can just... Oop, a bit too aggressive there. Let's go back to the other brush, which is a little bit more precise for that. Get rid of that. I'm in, switch back to that on that brush, and then I can just add a nice bit of gradient to that. Do the same there, and bring it down there. Okay, so that's them done. So eyelashes. I wasn't quite sure if I wanted these to be kind of like a red, not like a dark, almost glowy red. Let's just, oh, let's click that button and just try that. Or, ooh, do I have like, oh, because she's got the red tints on the sides, hasn't she? Oh fudge, yeah. I could remember that. I really got to remember to stop sticking my pen in my mouth. I have an old pencil that actually belonged to Shakespeare. I used to chew it so much so I can't even tell if it's 2B or not 2B. So I'm just looking up on my other screen for my Azure Lane folder. Ah, you just had the image I wanted to look at and you reorganized. I hate it when the machine does that. No, it's a kashi, not a kagi. Kagi. Nope, apparently I don't have any images saved with the name Akagi, but I have loads for Akashi. I wonder why. I know I have an Akagi. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, she's not really one of my favourites. Just like Cheshire, 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 Belfast, 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 Belfast. Strange green-haired cat. There we go. Just look for cargo and you'll get that. Yeah, I forgot that. Monkeys. She has the red paint next to her eye I've got to fill in. Good job, I just remembered that. It's one of those awkward moments where you do fan art and you realise you've missed something like distinctive on a character and it's just like, ah, oh, fudge. I think it is just on the edges. It just covers. It's a chibi, but it sort of gives me the idea. Again, if in doubt, chibis are useful for basics when it comes to drawing references, because they usually take the essence of a character and run with that. Right, so I don't need that layer locked, so I can unlock that one. Let's call this makeup, because I need to figure out how it's gonna. It might be a bit too vicious red, but it just has to exist for a moment. Is it like that? Or is it more... I think, is it more out like that? The chibi I have doesn't really help because it doesn't have the eyelashes as much as I need it. I did have an official art thing and I don't know where the hell it's gone, and I can't be asked to load up the game, mostly because I don't get that good a signal down here to try and find it. Let's have another look. No, I've scrolled into the Akashi territory again. Let's go further back up. Ooh, that's... I've just found an image which might suit this. So it doesn't show the red eyes, but what it does is it shows that the evil kind of glow kind of thing. And what I might need to do is make these eyes glow. Something I didn't really think on before, but yeah, if I make the eyes glow red, or appear to glow, for that menacing aura. Right, so that one just shows it more like what I've currently got. Right, okay. I'm happy with that. I can roll with that. So I shall call it to that. And whilst I'm in the area, let me just load up Akagi-chan, because there's not much difference, although I have noticed her hairbands are slightly different, but she also does have the red eyeliner. Not that you can see it, she's wearing glasses in your image. But yeah, I think I've made her hairband too big. I'll look into that. Right, so back to this. Let's just... So... Ooh, fudge. Click that button. So all I did there was I flipped the image. I don't think that's... Yeah, it's too far out, so I'll have to make the other one match. Alright, so what I might do is just drop the colour of that a little bit. Oh, hold on. I think it might just be a bit too overpowering. But then I don't need to worry about shading that as such. If I go to the eyes... I'm trying to figure out how I can make them glow. Never really made the eyes glow before. Although I get the feeling I might need to... make the pupils more like slits. Very narrow slits for it to be staring down at. So make them... have them glow. Okay. We're going to try something then. In fact, save. Save before attempting science. Oh. So I have the official Akagi-chan image, I just don't have the official Akagi image. Weird. Right, so let's take that out. Actually, I might need that base. Layer, duplicate layer. Right, then hide that. Actually, if I put that in its own folder, would I? So that should be that, and then if I put that layer, and what's that layer doing? Put that in. Right, okay, so we now have just the base here. Let's pick that colour and just neaten this up. That might be line art. Nope, old line art. Let's go for new line art. Yep. Let's see where some of that line art's going to need touching up. Actually, two Eyelashes stuff that you can make. Oh, it needs to be more rounded than what I've got. Keep it there a second. Oh wait, no, I need to turn pressure size, that pressure thing off. Don't worry, all going to cake because oh wait, go back to that, turn pressure back on again, I will forget that. What I can do, I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place, to be honest. That would have been smart. Oh wait, that's why I didn't do it. So yes, I just did the simple thing of saying, well, if I need it to be a set shape, i.e. round, and I'm not sure I can easily do a round shape with my own crappy drawing skills, well, why not just pick a round shape and just hit the button to make it to produce one for me. Ta-da! Oh wait, no, balls, wrong layer, that layer. Oh god, that was awful. Stop again. Pick that to do. Oh shit. Delete that. Neaten that up. Drop that back. Probably going to be getting rid of that line art anyway, but I'll keep it as neat as I can for now in case I decide to keep it. Yeah, you're probably not going to see this. Where did I pick that? I've got access to it on there. Right. New iris. On top of the new iris, I want the pupil. And this is going to be more of a well, technically it's the pupil there, but I want to oh, that looks messy as all hell, so let's not do that and say we did. And then anywhere so oops. That, go back to that because I can pick in more straight up. Give me a slightly larger brush because I want to try and give it the crazy Akagi eyes. She's going to eat your soul. Unless you're the commander. Then she's going to hump your leg. Then eat your soul. Oh, wrong button. I'd actually do that because I want to take this even lighter. Oh yeah, that works better. That works a lot better. Let's just see. Ooh, oh, that's not what I wanted. Wait, no. I learned from my lesson from last time. Finish the image, then do fancy arty stuff. Otherwise, that's what crashed it last time I tried doing some fancy blurs and stuff like that, and it just crashed. And I was like, fudge. I'm just going to move that down to there so I can see what I'm doing. Right, so that'll do for that. So hair, yes. Drop that in. Pick the hair. Do that. Give me slightly darker colour, not that you're going to see much of it. Spruce size. I'm just gonna gently stroke it. Oh wait. I'm just going to apply some light pressure to the image. Well, once you just realise, just saying gently stroke it is not really going to go down well. Lower the opacity. I want this side to be slightly darker. Just darken that up a bit. And then just for a slight bit of highlight. That's the word that my brain just gave up on. I love my brain at times. I mean, somebody has to, so. Actually, let's put them underneath. I can just highlight. Here is it already done, and it does the definition for me. So I don't want to go too crazy with that, and there's not much of that to show. And then it's just these bands, which I just need to darken up. Now, I suppose you could get away with using far less layers than what I do. I just tend to go crazy with the damn things. Always have done it. But hey, you know, you got them, might as well use them. No, I don't want that button. I want that one, that one, then that. Pick that, go back to, oh wait, I'll go back to there. New layer, drop it above, bring that size down, and then make that visible. Right. Also, make that lighter. Let's see. Add a bit of highlight on there. There. And I think that'll do for her. The only thing I might look to do is, did I hide that really dark layer? No, I didn't. I kept it, that's fine. Just give me one more layer. Just one more layer. Let's skin tone, drop it down to there. Give me a huge brush, and then I'm just gonna do that. We'll see how we go. I can always turn the layer off if I don't like it. Anyway, that's that one done. So we then move on to the next one on the list, which is Yorktown. But we save first. I'm glad you understand, Saber. You have to also be really careful that the microphone doesn't pick up any of the bloody music I'm playing. I'm listening to, well, it's a very selection, but I've added in the Macross Frontier soundtrack because it's just nice to listen to Sherilyn Ranker. Right, okay. I think I've done her eyes too high. So that or... yeah, chin's too long. Okay, so... give me black. No, I'm not going to need anything else. Go to that. Make sure the brush size is correct. Which one's the right one? And then Yorktown. Skin. Oh, they're too far out. I'm still not happy. Who knows too far out? Or is your eyes too high up? It might be your eye actually. No, that's going to be a start to move. Oh wait. That's why I can't do anything. Let's just try and... It's not going to be brilliant, but I'm just going to have to leave it. I don't really want to be fudging around trying to move the eye down because all this is interlinked on the same layer. And I think, did I just pop it to the wrong layer? No, I was on the right layer. Thank God for that. So let's just shade. We're just going to stick with the line art as it is and worry about the complications later. Right, so skin colour. Whilst I'm here, let's get the hair colour. Flick back to that. Got skin down. We're on the right brush. Let's give it a smaller, bit bigger than that. So it'll be darker because it'll be hidden mostly by the hair, so let's just go crazy. It's over there. Going for a simplistic ear design. I think what I might do pick an intermediary and basically just try and colour her. This might be crazy, you might think, why have you just gone over everything in one bloody colour? That eraser, that's make it bigger. Let's drop the opacity down, but make it bigger. Behold, instant highlights. Too close. So then that saves me having to do a separate layer trying to highlight stuff as it's highlighted there. It might. Oh, hair's up here. Right, so I'm going to skip a few layers and do hair. So some of the layering of this, I've put the hair on top of stuff so that could be messy. If I just hide the hair. I'm pointing at the screen. Got to tap with that. So you can see where I've just gone over the lines and then the hair actually hides that. So that's why the hair layer is so high up. Alright, so that one's going to have to essentially drop straight down. Yep. Go back to that. Brush those down to that. And again, if I'm a little bit smart with this, me smart. Join me next week for more jokes. But I can use this to create the highlight as well as the dark. But what I'm probably going to do is have another pass with darkness to create more of a fine shade on it. And I'll just go over with a lighter one. I think that's going to look a bit better. So let's give me a new layer. Give me a smaller brush and make it darker. Oh yeah, I know. Words can be very hard for brain. Especially doesn't help when your brain's kind of running sleep deprived and has had a few other issues go on with it. It just makes it all more fun. What the hell is this music that suddenly got playing? It's only made MP3 players on. Playing bloody, almost like disco music. What the? Oh, Edison. It's Black Lagoon. Right, that makes sense. I was like, I don't recall ever getting music like that. No, it's the Black Lagoon soundtrack. That makes sense. Let me. Oh, actually, well, that reminds me. I will select a song that I found the other day. So, I didn't realise that there was a cover of several Firebomber songs done by essentially Cheryl and Ranka, and it's just like awesome. So if you know anything about Macross, Firebomber is like one of the bands in Macross 7, I want to say. I've not seen it, but I've just listened to some of the music and it's awesome. And Firebomber's cool. And then having Cheryl and Ranka from Macross Frontier do a cover of it, it's just like, it's awesome. I really should get around to watching 7 because now I know more about Macross. It'd be awesome to watch because when I first saw an episode of it, I was like, what the hell is this? Why are they fighting with music? What? Made no sense. Now I know why. I have been enlightened. Let's make that brighter. He says it's almost max whites. I'm going to try and make it. White hair is a sod. It's not bad when you're doing it on paper, because, you know, you just don't colour it, but... Well, I'll say, Yoko Taro, why? Why do you do white hair? Right, so anyway, that's the hair done. Let's go back to layering. So what's next? Jacket. Right. Pick jacket, and next will be the flower, which I actually missed off the original line. I forgot she has that little flower there. So it was only as I went to get colour reference for the jacket, I saw the flower. I was like, oh, I missed that. Bigger. Nuts and balls. Mm. I was cleaning up the line art, and now I realise what the line I deleted was. So, can you spot the mistake? Oh, balls. That's going to be a crapping rework and a half. I'm going to have to move that flower out. Right, yeah. So, in the original line art, let's go to that. Give me black. Let's also turn off the background because I'm going to need to see what the hell I'm doing here. Go to line art. So, I deleted the line here because I was like, oh, I don't need it. Yeah, I do. It turns out that's her arm. Arm. So I need to move the flower out. Okay. So let me just temporarily create a new layer and try and draw the flower out here. So using that's going to be the baseline. Nope, too thick. I had trouble drawing this flower the first time round. I wasn't really aiming to end up having to draw it again. But hey, when you make cock-ups like this, these are things that you've got to do. Right, okay. And then what I can go do is load up that line art, minimize that a second, pick the right eraser. What I will do is, because I know what the jacket is, I can just pick that colour a second. So go back here, turn that layer back on, and oh wait, go to that layer. So that's the bit that confused me earlier. It was that line. For the end of the hair, I'd mistaken for the arm. That's why I deleted it. But then I can go here, layer, merge down. So that drops it onto that layer and solves the problem. That shouldn't have been there in the first place. Right, so flower. No, fudge. Pick the right colour. It's going to have to go above her. So it's going to have to go onto that layer, so then it shows above her, which is more important now. I've just seen that I need to delete that hairline. Ay. I don't do flowers. I have no idea what flowers I'm supposed to have on them. Oops. Well, it's close enough for government work. It'll do. It'll do. Right, go back to that layer, that, then that. Just delete the bits I don't need. Ta-da! It was like none of it ever happened. Oh wait, there's a video recording of it. Shit. Right, so if I zoom back out again, it now should look like her arm continues rather than being some kind of weird broken mess. I also need to just touch it down there, and I missed it there. I've seen I've missed a bit there, but I can sort that when I come to that colour. Right. Shading. Got the colour I want. Pick jacket, go darker. I haven't actually done any of that yet because I was just about to do it when I realised my massive goof. I'm not worried too much about doing fancy shading for the jacket because it's just a jacket after all. What I do need to do is pick that red, zoom. Oh wait, no, so it's not the red that I need, it's the slight off-white colour that I have. And I do that and it pegs it in. Right, okay. So, here's where it gets a bit interesting. Because I've already nested these, I can't nest on top of that, so they're going to be interesting to shade. I never thought of that when I did this. Now I am, and I'm like, well, shoot, that's a bit of a ball ache. Oh well. Live and learn. Well, we live. Don't think I ever truly learn. I seem to end up making the same routine mistakes anyway. Let's just darken it up a bit. Put a bit of darkness on here for a bit of fabric-y. Darken it up a bit more. Lower brush size. Just wanna try and make it look less like a solid armband and more of something with a bit of definition to it. And then I have the fun part in recreating that in these colours. What I might do is hit that button and then just do it on this layer. Just literally go over the top of it and add it on. Make it darker first. Make it darker, otherwise you can't see it. That makes me like the stars 3D when I don't want that. But I can. I should really have saved that darkness. Ooh, forgot to click the magic button. Right, so that's going to be dark on the bottom anyway, and dark on that side. Or I have. I need to use another darker shade to blend it in a bit more. wrong. Put it below it. Let's make it a bit darker. Right, I'll call that for that. So so I've done that, done the hair. So the flower's the next layer. Bring her size down. Click that button. Something like you're going to be dark. Not darken up a bit more. Let's give it a darker colour. I'll layer on the top. Actually, let's go back to that point. Really darken it up. Like that. And then lastly, that's that. Do that with a smaller brush. That'll do for that. Right, and then onto her eye. So I'm probably going to end up doing what I did. Just give me both colours. What I did for a Akagi, I'm probably going to end up doing here, and just erasing what's already there. Save, grab a quick swig. It's my timer for how long the stream's been going on. Roughly what it is when the cup's as cold as it is. Oh wow, that's quite. So if I do that and bring this in, I can actually just soften that edge up off of that. Because then what I can do is put the colour on the top of it, and then if I choose the same pen but make it bigger. Oop. Oh, well, why aren't you? You should be layering to the bottom. What's going on? Oh, I just realised what it is. I did the white on the same bloody layer, didn't I? Ye pilchard. That's why it wasn't doing what I was anticipating. I was like, what's going on here? That's smaller. This is why it's always important to separate your layers. Let's just make that one, that's bring it down a dip. edge. And do that to paint the rest in. Right, let's try this one again, shall we? Ah, that works. That does exactly what I wanted it to do the first time. Yo, Voylan, thanks for popping by. Welcome to the stream. Get to watch me suck at digital art. Actually, let's just do the full shape. Add the highlights later. I'll do that darker. Right, so that'll do for that. Give me an intermediate layer. Yep. So I'll be a bit brighter on that. And then add that in. Go the opposite way and bring the brush size down. This is going to be more up to that because I wanted to have a nice softer lean in there. That'll do for there. Can't help but find it interesting how people approach to colouring differs. Yeah, I really should watch other people colour and learn from them. Because I could do with getting better at it. I'm just wondering if I need to add a bit more darkness on the hair. Let's just do that. That's give me that dark layer, but I want to make it darker. Only I mean, I probably should, if I get a chance, just sit down and watch Marine do it. Half the chances I'm usually working, and then I'm usually too knackered to actually watch the VODs afterwards. Yeah, didn't want to do that. Masks are the bitch at the first time of the year. Yeah, I should really learn how to do masks more than what I do with just the layer masks. Because I've seen some people use like masks on layers and stuff. I'm just like, bleh. But I think it's easier to use in like Clip Studio Pro, which I haven't had much luck with. But then again, I've never tried it with this graphics tablet. so I might be able to do that later. But I think for now that'll do for Yorktown. Let's put the background on. Yeah, that'll do, because I still need to work out a better thing for the background. It's probably going to be some kind of hazy light behind. Figure painting vids. Alright, yeah. Yeah, I've got a couple of people I follow on Instagram who do figure painting and stuff, and it's just mind-blowing what they do. And they'll make one of these like quick videos of, here's how I did the skin toning, and you're like, it's like a 30-second cut down montage, and it's just like, huh? It's like, you've just shown me how you've done it, but even then I'm stood here going, how did you do that? How? Right. Save. So yeah, so you can see it's saving all out, and this part where it says saving event data. It's one thing I like about Open Canvas is I can run the event. Hang on, I've just saved it, so if it crashes, I'm fine. So if I go File, Open Event, one of these? I thought it was in. It hasn't saved the event there. That's annoying. Oh, have I not saved? Oh, it's because I haven't saved the event. Okay. Save event. Warface. Doopy 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 doo. File. Open event. Warface. So, what this does is it asks how I want to export it, if I wanted to. I could do it as a GIF animation, and the speed of. And if I click OK, it actually plays essentially what I did to create this. Like a sequential, so it's like saved various parts of it. So you can see how I did the drawing and how I started colouring it, so on and so forth. And if I wanted to, I could save this as like a GIF that I did, or I could screen cap it and upload it. But it would go through everything I did, including layers where I got rid of it because I thought, nah, it doesn't look that good or anything like that. You can sort of see how far back this all is. It's chugging a little bit because it's a massive image. I can't remember what the dimensions are off the top of my head, but I enlarged the image to make it easier to work on with the aim of shrinking it down afterwards. And a little thing to get rid of any mistakes. Working on all that, have the sun in, have that in. Trying to figure out how to darken the sea. It appears to have died. I'm waiting for it to figure out if it's going to do the next part. Oh wait, yep, there it is. It was struggling. Anyway, let's stop that. So yeah, that would essentially show, if I wanted to, I could save the whole thing and it would show how I did it from the start all the way up. End point event, yes. Thank you. The thing is, if you actually choose to save it as, say, like a GIF, it takes forever. So I try to avoid that where I can. Why are you giving me the... You can't do that. Oh wait, it's because I haven't selected a layer. That's why you're giving me the you can't do that. Alright, once more with fearing. Next layer is actually eyes, so let's just select that in advance. What I will give you. But this it will be with you. So by singing so bad it won't get a copyright strike. Haha. Watch me get copyright strike now. That's actually really dark. It might be too dark. Un momento, let's Also, just noticed. New layer. Oh god, the amount of times I've done that, got really far on and then been like, wait a minute. There's nothing worse than painting on the wrong layer. Well, I mean, there probably is, you know, I suppose getting castrated by, you know, a person wielding a pair of blunt spoons is worse, but, you know, in an artist's perspective. You know, artist first world problems, yada yada yada. Actually, let's give me a bit more of a brush, because I want to do more for the hair. More of a brush, please, thanks. So let's. Oh wait, oh, that one. Pick that. Add that for a bit. Right. Oh, no, it looks awful actually. It doesn't work on this. So what I will do then is delete that layer because I don't like it. Oh wait, no, I want that brush, but make it. Wow, that scared the bejeebus out of me because I had OBS sound turned up so high. Hi, Banana. Thanks for the stream. Stream? Raid? Blar. Brain no worky. How did your building go? You're building a little mini library. Or corner of a room, like a library. I meant to ask, is it supposed to be like a recreation of how your room looks or something? Ah, the new summer event. I might get back into Fate, I'm not sure. I was kind of jaded with it for a while, so I just left it. Well, I might get back into it, you never know. Right, so let's do what I did before. Go to the line art layer. We are going to delete. And then delete with the query when it goes wrong. That one. Hello, sort out. Thanks for popping in as well. How is everyone? Go back down to that layer. Create a new layer and blend that, but for now, let's. I sniffed too much glue, send help. Fine, I'll be on my way. Don't recommend. Oh, wait, hang on, I've done it again. I did the white on the same layer. Actually, let's do that. Make that a lot bigger than I need, and then I can erase. There we go. Right, now if I flip there. Nope, don't need that letter. There, do that. Let's drop that down to there. Oh, no, we've gone over there. Let's do it there. That should give me the soft edge on the eye there, and then I can add the white back in there. And then if I go back to that, because I've just noticed there's an area where it's missing. There we go. It's alright, it was only going to be PVA. The effects wear off after a few hours. I mean, I'm assuming it was PVA, it looked like it. So we found that the supplied glue was not in fact PVA. I remember, this is going to sound really bad, I remember as a kid, there was a glue that used to really stink that we used to use in primary school. And all I remember it was in a white pot with like a hexagonal lid, which always used to glue itself shut, and you opened it up and it had a brush on the lid, and it stank something weird. I remember getting into trouble because me and this little girl, we opened it up and like, my god, this thing smells awful. Here, sniff it. And we kept sniffing it, and the teacher came over and gave us such a rollicking. Because we didn't realise, you know, sniffing glue was bad. But yeah, it was just, the smell was just, it was something. Bit lighter. And I honestly couldn't say what glue it was. I don't even know if they make it anymore, because, you know, kids kept sniffing it because it was, you know, weird smelling. This glue smells awful. Sniff it. Let's go a bit darker. Yeah, that's better. I can go to that one and make that darker. Boop, boop, boop. There. I'll do the same with that. Turn that on, and then go over that. Maybe a bit too dark. You can go lighter. And go up to there, do that, and then just a random thought as well, whilst I remember, because it was something I was discussing with, yeah, sniff it, fuses. But yeah, I was discussing it with Caron, following his Resident Evil stream on Friday. Because I was laughing, saying, you know, he should do Alien Isolation, which he doesn't want to touch with a barge pole for, you know, fairly good reason. And I was like, if I was to do an Alien Isolation playthrough, would it be watched? You know, would people be interested in watching me get absolutely scared? Because I'll admit, Alien Isolation is a game I've played, but not finished. You know, and it's not, to me, it's not like Phasmophobia, which, to me, Phasmophobia isn't that bad. I could play Phasmophobia on my own, I think. It doesn't get to me that much, but Alien Isolation is something different. I was gonna say, if anyone's ever seen the Mighty Jingles do his playthrough, you know, something similar to that, I'd be crying scared in a corner. What layer is that? Oh wait, let's pick the actual layer if you want. No, oh wait, go back to that. Watch it from behind a blast shield. I think the reason I stopped playing it before actually was I encountered a bug which kept me locked in one of the hacking panels, and I couldn't get out of it, and the alien kept coming after me. And I was just like, you know what? I'll wait till they fix the bug. I can wait. No rush, and I never touched it again. And I'm like, I really should, because it is a bloody good game. And if you've any interest in the Alien series as such, like the films and whatnot, they have done a stellar job in recreating the atmosphere. and it's one of those where I just don't think the game gets the love it deserves, because they've done such a bloody good job in making it faithful. It just scares the pants off people, which, you know, it's supposed to. It's a horror game. But yeah, it's just the idea I had. I was like, I could do that, but it's like, it'd be alright doing it, but who'd watch it? Prefer the Yalta? Hang on, Saber, my brain ain't working. Cluing that one in. Yalta? What's that from? Yeah, you're probably going to say it and I'm like, oh, I've been calling them something different all this time. Which is normal for me. I'm like struggling to figure out that one. I didn't make it darker, did I? Derp. Let's try and just put some creases in here. Add a bit of fabricy look to it. It's really hard to turn that hair layer off because I'm struggling to see where to shade it. It's like blinding me. I forget I can do things like that. Perfect. Right, so then I can turn that layer back on because I'm now going to start shading it. Right. Make shading this one more entertaining. Let's go really... No, let's not go really dark to start with. Let's go back there. Because then I can go darker on top of. We shall build up the layers of saying that is not that dark. But it will do. It'll do. Okay, we'll just start adding the shading in. Whilst leaving the other areas highlighted. The I was looking at some cosplayer stuff earlier. And I was looking up, they've done like a Monopoly, and it's weird. You see them on characters and it looks fine. You see them in real life and it's like, that don't look right. I just realised that doesn't have. Oh, herp, I've done it again. Oh, this time I think it's I just literally didn't colour the section I needed to colour in. Oh, nuts cakes. Right, now I shall do that after shading this. So for those of you who recently joined, I discovered earlier on I managed to completely mess up an arm. So in Yorktown I had this line here, and then it was like here. So the arm went. So I had to fix that one. And here is supposed to be the jacket, and the jacket's supposed to be blown out, and I just haven't coloured the jacket in there. So that'll need to be fixed. That needs to be darker. Needs to be darker, not darker, but darker. I also need to choose a slightly smaller brush, and I can start treating it a bit more to the highlight streaks. Right. Let's swap some highlight, because I'm not highlighting, though I am technically highlighting the streaks, or drawing the streaks, which are highlights. but they're not highlights. Dark lights. And this was definitely like dead eyes or something, ain't it? Oh, they're predators, right. I didn't actually realise that was their species name. Just, always call them predators. Or easy model in Alien vs Predator. Whenever I've played the Alien vs Predator series of games, it's always been the Predator's the easiest one. The Xenomorphs are somewhat challenging, and the Marines are the ones that we could go for the absolute fear factor, and usually a bit more of a challenge. I remember actually one of the I think it wasn't the original Alien vs Predator game, it was like the remake that they did, like mid 2000s-ish. Went round to my friends and he was actually playing online, and it was either Predators or Aliens. That's all people played. And we got kicked off one server because I ran up a wall as an alien, and the guy running the server didn't like that. I think it's because I actually hate him, because he was stood up on high as a Predator. I don't know what the hell he was. He wasn't playing as such. He was just stood up on high. I don't know if he was chatting to his mates in a team chat or whatnot. But he wasn't active, and I'm like, well, tough cookies for you. So we ran up a wall and killed him, and then they kicked us out because you can't climb walls. I'm like, but that's all an alien can do. It's their shtick. That's it. And then we went on to another map, and in the middle they had like a colonial base, and it had Alice, which was, if you've seen Aliens, the second film, the walker that Ripley uses. Imagine that, but with a flamethrower in one hand and a minigun in the other. And I was like, oh, sweet, they've got Alice. I wonder if you can use it like you do in the game. And my friend was like, you what? I'm like, well, you do realise in the game you can climb in Alice. And he was like, no. He says, I haven't played the game, I just got it for the multiplayer. Turns out a lot of the people on the server only got it for the multiplayer, because I joined in as a Marine, ran in, picked up Alice, started killing people, and people were like, my god, you can get in that? Like, yeah. The amount of Marine players increased on that map after that. It was just hilarious. My friend was like, wait, that's something you can use? I'm like, yeah. Have you not played the game? And you literally hadn't, because you just bought it because you wanted to play multiplayer. And I'm just like, buys a game and doesn't play it. And you realise, the culture nowadays is a lot of games. I've just myself, that's her. A lot of games are just like multiplayer only. And it's like, where's the single player? Oh, they don't want single player. That involves effort. Let's give that a brush, because it's going to be hidden behind a lot of stuff, so I can just darken it. So yeah, there is a slight tangential, but yeah, it is an idea that I thought on maybe to do like a horror game playthrough if anybody would be interested in that. I'm willing to do it in the name of entertainment and science. You know what I'm like when it comes to science. Ooh! Caution, don't click that button. Click that and that. So that's NT. Oh, I need to go into the jacket. So, just hide them a second, give me that colour. Turn off the background so I can see, it's probably why I missed it in the first place. Jacket. Oh, that's my phone going off to let me know it's time. Right. Ooh, jacket above everything else, it must be. That's... yes it is, that's annoying. Okay, I'll have to tidy that up. Oh, right, 1 second, let me just quickly go kill my phone alarm. It's like, yes, I know what time it is, shut up. Marines are squishy humans, they break easy. Yes, that's probably the reason why in the multiplayer people don't really play as them, because they're just squishy. And yes, they break very easy. The smart gun's only really good against predators. And particularly stupid predator players, because, you know, predators can sort of move quickly enough to avoid the majority of issues. Oh, I've hidden the hair layer, that's... yeah, that's why it looked weird. I was like, whoa! All of the zoom. All of the zoom! Just ignore the fact that it zooms straight into her breast. You saw nothing? Forget beam? Forget beam? Although most people won't get the reference, but forget beam! So I think I'm done on Enterprise. Right, what I will do then is... I shall leave it there for a second. I shall just save, as I need to wrap up. And I'll try and finish this off later. So, just quickly bring these two back in to bring a bit of colour in. So I've just got to finish the shading on a Kagachan and Grim, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. And then I click that. I just need to work out what to do with the background. Mostly behind Enterprise, Yorktown, stuff like that. I don't know. Marine might be squishy. I'd have to find out. So yes, I shall leave it there. I will continue working on this off stream. I'll post it up in the relevant discords afterwards for the finalised product. Still need to work on... I'm going to have the title up here, so I need to expand it a bit at the top. But yeah, have Warface up there, and then I need to do the little text bit at the bottom. So again, I'll extend it down the bottom, and it's going to just hide, I suppose, the bottom part of that. Because I just realised that I've cut off Yorktown there, but Enterprise up there. I need to sort that out. But yeah, I'll just add the text in to make it look like a movie poster. And then that will be that. Just having a look. Sorry, it's just going to irritate me if I don't do... Where did I put makeup? Yeah, I thought I did. I need the makeup to be... Let's put it... Oh, fidge. Do that. Ah, no, the makeup's covered in that. Barrug. That's going to annoy me. I have to touch that. The makeup's just not looking right to me, so I'm going to have to sort that out. But that was something, again, I'll touch up. It's just too bright now looking at the full image. I'll probably do it as a masking letter. One of these. Disco eyes. Anyway, yes, enough prattling about for me. So, oh, thank you. And hopefully I can finish it up tonight. And then, yes, I'll be able to post it up. I say it shouldn't be too hard to do, but it's helped a little bit. Art therapy is good. art therapy it just helps take the brain off things, so it has helped. I need to figure out what I've just noticed the shades I haven't drawn right. They look weird. I have to fix that one. I'll sort something out. I also need to figure out what I was going to have, like a reflection in the shades, but I don't know what that's going to be yet, so I'll have to figure something out for that. Yes, thank you, Jay. I think Kuro said she was coming down to sort out the printer from you as well, so it could always be chucked in then, because Kuro was going to try and bring one, but she may forget, so, you know, the spare will help. If Kuro's brought hers, brilliant. If not, you know, at least I know I've got a backup there, and then I can have the main monitor on whilst I'm doing this just to help. I can have stuff on the monitor, rather than this tiny little one I've got on the side. So yes, I will call it on the stream. I will be back. I might be back tomorrow instead of Friday because I might not be around on Friday. I still need to work stuff out. If I'm not going to be around on Friday, I'll be back tomorrow to do Nier Replicant. Otherwise, it'll be on Friday. Either way, it'll be 7 PM, but I'll drop links in the usual Discord. Saturday, I'm going to be out. I don't know if I'll be back in time to do the co-op stream. I'll try and get back in time for that because I've got to get up early on the Sunday, so I need to be back Saturday evening anyway. So yeah, hopefully we'll have on Saturday the co-op stuff. I'm gonna try a different game than Pummel Party because I think my machine has issues streaming and playing Pummel Party at the same time. As much fun as it is, I think I can either play it or stream something. I don't think I can stream and play it. I think I got lucky the first time. But we'll see what I can do on that one. Might go back to Payday 2, I haven't played that in a while. It just depends on who's around and what people want to play. Other than that, I'll be here again next Wednesday doing some more art. It might be digital, as I get more get words out, as I get more used to this new tablet, or I might go back to some traditional. We'll see. I might do some digital and then try and create an avatar for me to have during digital stuff, because so far all I've got is a little chibi. And that's a chibi cat girl, and I'm not a cat nor a girl, so. And with that nonsense out of the way, I shall bid ye all a farewell, and I shall catch up with you all on the next stream. So whoever you are, wherever you are, and whenever you are, thank you very much for watching, and I do so hope to catch you all next time. Toodles!